London Queen Elizabeth II died of antique age, consistent with her respectable dying certificates, which did now no longer be aware any contributing factors. In extracts from the Queen's dying certificates, launched via way of means of the National Records of Scotland on Thursday, the nearby time of dying for the 96 to 12 months antique monarch turned into proven as 3:10 p.m. That element and others offer a glimpse into the very last day of her life. The Queen died September 8 at Balmoral Castle, the royal house within inside the Scottish Highlands wherein she spent her summertime season vacations. At 12:32 p.m. that day, the palace launched an exceedingly uncommon assertion announcing that docs have been worried for her fitness. The information unfolded without delay, and shortly it turned into discovered that the Queen's youngsters and grandchildren, together with Prince William and Prince Harry, have been speeding to her bedside. At 6:30 p.m., a 2D Palace assertion introduced that the Queen had died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The time of dying shows that handiest the Queen's eldest youngsters Charles and Anne had made it via way of means of then to Balmoral. Several days after the Queen's passing, Princess Anne issued a non-public assertion announcing, "I turned into lucky to percentage the remaining 24 hours of my dearest mother's life." The respectable record lists her, the Queen's handiest daughter, as the informant. That means that she turned into the relative who registered the dying, filling out the identical office work as each own circle of relatives in Scotland completes after a person dies. The record additionally lists the deceased's profession as Her Majesty the Queen. The report suggests handiest one motive of dying. According to steerage from the Scottish government, antique age is the only motive of dying. Have to be exact handiest if someone turned into 80 years or older and numerous different situations are met. The certifying medical doctor has individually cared for the man or woman for a protracted period, has located a sluggish decline of their trendy fitness, and isn't conscious of any identifiable sickness or damage that contributed to the dying. Britain held an elaborate country funeral for Elizabeth on September 19 that extra than 90 global leaders attended. She turned into laid to relaxation at Windsor Castle beside her dad and mom and past due husband Prince Philip, who died only at 12 months shy of the century mark in 2021. All four have been interred on the King George VI Memorial Chapel, an annex inside St. George's Chapel at the Century's antique fort grounds. Windsor drew a larger than common crowd Thursday, the primary day, for the reason that funeral that the fort turned into open to the public. Hundreds of humans once more covered up outside, taking walks below its Gothic front arch, after which directly to the chapel to peer the Queen's very last resting place. The dying certificates turned into registered in Aberdeenshire via way of means of Princess Anne. The medical doctor who licensed it turned into Douglas James Allen Glass, and the Registrar Trendy of Scotland, Paul Lowe, legal its release. Buckingham Palace first raised the alarm approximately the Queen's circumstance in an assertion issued at 12:35 p.m. on September 8. It stated that her docs have been worried approximately her fitness and that she were located below clinical supervision. Members of the royal-owned circle of relatives without delay commenced heading for Balmoral Castle. Ms. Truss had simply introduced a primary strength marketplace intervention in Parliament, while information of the Queen's deteriorating circumstance commenced to flow into inside the House of Commons. She left the chamber quickly afterward. Downing Street has stated that Ms. Truss turned into knowledgeable of the Queen's dying at 4:30 p.m. The Queen had issues with mobility for numerous months earlier than her dying. She had cancelled more than one public appearances, together with the majority of the festivities marking her Platinum Jubilee, rising handiest in short at the balcony of Buckingham Palace to look at a flyover of jets in her honor. Thank you for watching till the end. Please share with us your thoughts in the comments